Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Engaging Titan. We're here on Windstorm, a standard battle, and I'm in the IS-6. So I'm going to head for the city. I've had a lot of success on Windstorm and heavy tanks heading for the city. The bulk of the tanks, as far as I can make out, since this map came out in the console, seem to head for the narrow passes along the northern side of the map. Which once again proves my theory that if you provide a corridor on the map, even if it's an out-of-the-way corridor and is not actually relevant to anything, any objective in the map, a substantial amount of the players on Xbox, on the console, will head for the corridor, despite the fact that people complain about corridor maps. And while a corridor might suit a heavy tank better, it's even better if you don't actually go near the corridors, because the corridor forces the fight to be in front of you, and it becomes basically a long-range sniping match. Or you're in a very large mob and you just charge through, which would have been more Soviet tactic, but I don't have enough people with me and I can't guarantee that we'll charge anywhere. So I'm going to come into the town, which is a more tactically diverse environment, and see what happens. So there is an Object 416 in front of me, there is a medium tank heading onto his flank, and there are a couple of tanks to my left on the far side of the town. That seems to be pretty much it. That Object 416 doesn't seem to want to engage in the medium tank, so he's heading out this way. That's fine. I'm quite happy to oblige him. So he comes around the corner and I snap off a shot and I damage his tracks. Kind of typical of what happens generally with Russian tanks on firing on the move. I don't do much damage on the ram. The IS-6 isn't that heavy, I guess. Get a full penetration through the upper front plate. I wasn't too sure about firing through the turret, and I want to prevent him firing through my lower front plate. That shot though through the turret hits quite nicely. There's a heavy volume of fire coming in from my left, and there's something coming in from the base. So there's an AT-7 on the base. He does a nice piece of damage to me, and I just speculatively fire. Even if I could see him, it would be kind of problematic. I don't have the accuracy, and I don't have the DPM to be standing in front of an AT-7 on open ground. So I gotta take the opportunity while that medium tank is off there and open ground engaging with the AT-7 of getting in behind the buildings. And I'm gonna cross the river because it's one of the few crossing places I have, and there's the AT-7 and there's a WZ-131 kind of revealed, and he is not shooting at me. He's not even looking at me, he's looking at that medium tank or light tank or whatever's down there, and we finish him off. So now I can peek around the corner at the AT-7 and take my time. He snaps off a shot and I do 390 damage into his commander's hatch, and I pull back for the reload. I'm perfectly willing to trade with the AT-7 for damage, but I'm not willing to sit in front of him and let him shoot me while I'm reloading. He thinks about it and decides that he's better off behind the building. He's making life difficult for me because he knows I have a Russian gun, and I'm not going to be able to shoot him very accurately if he's bobbing and weaving around the place at this kind of range. 320 meters. That one falls well short. I think I actually moved the barrel slightly there before I fired. So I'm going to pull out from this position. The AT-7 is not going to give me much of an opportunity, and we're a couple of tanks ahead, so if I want to make an impact in the game, I need to get my ass in gear. So I'm going to come around here. I might have a better angle on the AT-7, and there are some other tanks that I might get an opportunity to fire on. Now I get spotted as soon as I come around. I think it might have been the medium that was circling around the back of our medium, or it could be that light tank up in the hills. However, I come around, the AT-7 is not pointed at me, but as soon as I point the gun at him, he reacts. So he probably picked up on 6th sense. He's probably out of the view range of Maybe not. Should be out of the range of the light. I'm not sure, but anyway, he reacted straight away. The tank destroyer that was down near me is actually moving away, so I take the opportunity to put a shot in. I was trying to track the Jagdtiger, but I didn't do enough damage. If I had tracked him, I might have been able to save the light tank, but the Jagdtiger's gone down too low, and with the angle, it doesn't look like I'm going to hit. So I'm going to wait here for the AT-7 to pop out, and keep an eye on the Jagdtiger, because I don't really want to be caught between the two of them. However, a Lorraine 15551 has appeared. Now I do not want to be sitting still while that thing is around. I'm spotted, so he knows where I am. Well, I'm not spotted at the moment, but I was spotted, and as soon as the AT-7 pops out, I'll be spotted again. So I decided I'm going to go for the AT-7. Full steam ahead down the torpedoes, because if that Lorraine gets involved, I'm scuppered. The Jagdtiger reappears, so I decided, right, I'll put around in the direction of the Jagdtiger, I'll finish him off. The AT-7 has had most of his help removed, probably by the ST-1 that's coming up on my left, because that was a big old hit that he took. And he gets finished off, probably by the Challenger, or maybe even the ST-1. The ST-1 probably wouldn't have reloaded at the time. So I'm going to go after the artillery. It's the nearest target, and it's the only thing left. The light tank that was up here has gone away. I was expecting to get hit in the face there, but the artillery seems to have had other targets in mind. The artillery took a nice hit there, probably from the Challenger, and he took another one again, and now I'm fully reloaded, so I finish him off. So that's pretty much it. There's the Challenger, there's the ST-1 moving into the cap circle. There's a light tank remaining, but there's 8 minutes, so I'm gonna drive through the cap circle, if only to see if we can get the light tank to come this way. He probably won't, but it's worth a try. We have a tank destroyer down near our cap circle, and there's no point in the light tank going for the cap circle. So the light tank appears at the edge of town. Looks like he's going for the tank destroyer, for the Jagdtiger. So I'm gonna drive on anyway. We have 2 tanks in the capture circle. We have less than half a minute left. I'm probably not going to make it. I don't know what the health status of the 2 tanks are. There's not much left on that AMX. Then I realised that I'd gone too far, that this bridge here is the nearest bridge. So I might as well cross here rather than going up further and trying to cross in the middle of the town. So the Jagdtiger looks like he's won, and it's game over, and that's it. So victory. So 100,000 silver with ops, 3,000 damage. Second class mastery, not a lot of assisted, but I was more or less on my own for most of the game. Blocked a nice piece of damage. Came first by experience. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you again soon.